Hello teachers, parents, and kids. Welcome to Wonder Kids Academy, the water cycle for kids. Have you ever looked at the sky and wondered where the rain comes from, or why puddles on the ground seem to disappear after a sunny day? Well, the answer is something amazing that happens every single day, all around the world. It's called the water cycle, and it's like nature's way of recycling water. Let's take a journey together and follow a single drop of water as it travels through this never-ending adventure. Our story begins with the sun. The sun shines its warm light down on oceans, lakes, rivers, and even little puddles in your backyard. The heat from the sun gives water energy, and some of it changes into something you cannot see, water vapor. This invisible vapor rises into the air, floating upwards. This part of the cycle is called evaporation. Imagine a puddle on a hot summer day. You come back a few hours later and poof, it's gone. That's evaporation at work. But that's not the end of the story. As the water vapor rises higher and higher, it meets cooler air. The vapor begins to slow down and change back into tiny drops of liquid water. These tiny drops gather together to form clouds. This part of the water cycle is called condensation. Next time you look at the fluffy white clouds in the sky, think about how they're really just a collection of millions of tiny water drops, all sticking together. Now let's follow those clouds. As more and more water vapor condenses, the clouds become heavier and darker. Eventually, they cannot hold any more water. That's when something exciting happens: precipitation. Precipitation is when water falls from the clouds back down to earth. It might fall as rain, snow, sleet, or hail, depending on how cold the air is. If it's warm, you'll get raindrops. If it's freezing, you'll see snowflakes drifting down, or even hailstones bouncing on the ground. Precipitation is nature's way of delivering water back to the land. So, the water is back on Earth. But where does it go next? Some of it flows into rivers and streams, rushing back toward lakes and oceans. This is called collection, because the water is collecting in different places. Some of the water soaks into the soil, where plants drink it up through their roots. Plants use the water to grow, and then they give some of it back to the air in a process called transpiration. That's like evaporation, but it happens when plants release water vapor from their leaves. Isn't it amazing that even trees and flowers help the water cycle keep turning? Now let's think about snow. In cold places, snow may pile up on mountains. When the sun comes back in spring, the snow melts into water, running down as streams and rivers. This melting snow also joins the cycle, flowing back into lakes and oceans. In this way, water is always on the move, changing from liquid to vapor, from vapor to clouds, and from clouds back to Earth again. Please take a second to like our video. This helps our algorithm so that other boys and girls can learn the fun things that you are watching also. Now back to our video. What's so special about the water cycle is that it never stops. The same water we drink today may have once been part of an ancient ocean or a glacier thousands of years ago. A single drop of water could have been inside a dinosaur, then rained onto the ground, soaked into the soil, traveled underground, and finally ended up in your glass of water. Isn't that incredible? Water is the great traveler that never disappears, only changes its form. The water cycle is also very important for life on Earth. Without it, plants couldn't grow, animals wouldn't have water to drink, and rivers and lakes would dry up. The water cycle keeps our planet fresh and alive. It balances the weather, fills the clouds, and makes sure there is always enough water moving around to support every living thing. Let's imagine our little drop of water again. After falling as rain into a river, it might flow into the ocean. From there, the sun might heat it up again, turning it back into vapor, sending it into the sky to make a new cloud. A few days later, it might fall as snow on a mountain top. Months later, it could melt into a stream, flow through forests, and land in a lake where a frog jumps in. After that, it may be sucked up by a tree root and released back into the air through a leaf. That single drop's journey could take days, months, or even years, but the cycle always continues. The water cycle is like a giant loop, repeating itself again and again. Evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and collection, those are the main steps. But inside them are so many little adventures for every drop of water. And the best part, the water cycle is happening all the time, everywhere on Earth. Even right now, as you listen, some water is rising into the sky, some is falling down as rain, and some is rushing through rivers, continuing the never-ending journey. So next time you see rain falling outside, or a cloud drifting across the sky, or even a puddle drying up in the sun, you'll know the secret. You'll know that it's all part of the magical, wonderful, and important water cycle, the amazing journey of water around our planet. Thank you for watching this Wonder Kids Academy video, and I hope you all have a happy and healthy day. Make sure to check out our YouTube channel for more fun and educational videos designed especially for preschoolers and young kids. And see you in our next video. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more interesting videos like this. Please also visit us at www.wonderkidsacademy.info and see more of what we are all about. Thanks again for watching our video.